violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Now let's turn to some other local headlines we're following for you, starting in Southwest Atlanta, where police are looking for a woman who was caught on camera beating a dog. All new this morning, we have pictures of that suspect. A neighbor captured the disturbing attack on their Ring doorbell camera last month.
Wow. So you can see they're showing these pictures of this woman holding this dog, choking the dog, and beating the dog S word out of this dog. Just working the dog.
We are only showing still images because it is really hard to watch.
So they're only showing still images because it's hard to watch, but they'll show a shooting take place, or they'll show somebody getting beat up in the streets. But when it comes to a dog, all hell breaks loose, and we gotta put effort toward finding the woman. And obviously this is wrong. This is a female super gremlin, and she's beating the ever-living crap out of this dog. But I just find it funny that they said that they're only showing still pictures, but they'll clearly show other super gremlins spinning the block, beating each other up, beating a woman up, stabbing a woman. I did a story in New York where they was showing a video of these dudes beating and stabbing a woman. So it's crazy out here, man. And the news seems like they only really care about a dog getting beat up by a super gremlin and not another super gremlin getting beat up by a super gremlin.
This was at an apartment complex on Greenbrier Parkway Southwest. The video shows the woman walking away with the dog. Police believe she could be the owner. They're asking anyone who might be able to identify her to call police.
Brad, this area here is known as the South Side, and many people living here say they're afraid to walk across the street, to walk to the front office to pay their rent, to do normal everyday things, all because of the ongoing gun violence. The most recent incident took the life of 8-year-old Aubrey Anthony.
I go to the grocery store and I'll be blessed to make it back home.
Wow. So this is an old school brother who done seen it all. And he said that he's blessed to make it back to the crib.
Always something going on. A lot of people done got killed out here, shot and everything, walking.
Dogwood Terrace is known as the South Side, and some people living here tell me the crime in this area has reached new heights. Those same people say it wasn't always like this.
And it was Southside, but everything was sweet.
Frank Clay has been living out here for more than 20 years. He says he remembers when the South Side was a good place to be.
I was raised up there on Grand Boulevard, and we used to come over here and play ball, have a good time. Everybody coming in from this place, that place, and this place, and then it started changing.
So he's saying the outside super gremlins are the ones that change things. And I can dig it. You know, there were a lot of people when that Katrina thing went off, it was a lot of New Orleans super gremlins that came and they was getting busy. I remember there was this family that came from New Orleans in my church. And they came from New Orleans seeking refuge in Georgia, and they started a fight in the church. And that had never happened until them New Orleans super gremlins pulled up. So I dig exactly what he's saying. Like, I definitely understand.
change.
Robin Atkins says she also noticed a change.
It's got a lot to do with these young boys. I don't really think it's the neighborhood.
Miss Robbins moved in 1982. She tells me in the last 40 years the area has gone downhill and it might be time to just start over.
Wow. So you got this woman at retirement age thinking about starting over in a new location because these super gremlins done messed the hood up. And not every hood is violent. Not every hood is violent, but when you got an 8-year-old girl killed in the streets, shot multiple times, I think that's your wake-up call to put some for sale signs in your front yard.
I just don't know. I think they just need to tear Southside down and just regroup or somewhere else. I don't know where we might go. I don't know.
Oh, so she said gentrify the South Side. Do y'all hear this? I mean, do y'all hear this? She literally is explaining gentrification. But I guarantee if you sit her down outside of this news setting where it ain't no white folks and you say, what do you think about gentrification? I don't like that because they be trying to get us out of here and like. She literally just explained gentrification. She said tear the whole damn thing down.
But I think
moved in 1982. She tells me in the last 40 years the area has gone downhill and it might be time to just start over.
I just don't know. I think they just need to tear Southside down and just regroup or somewhere else. I don't know where we might go. I don't know. But I think Southside should be towed down.
Marie Brown took News Channel 6 through her home where she has cameras mounted.
I do not feel safe.
Brown has been living in Dogwood for 4 years now, and she points to a lack of police presence for the routine crime in this area.
Oh man, so defund the police got all the way to the south side of Augusta. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. And I guarantee they was protesting. Oh yes, they was. They was saying Black Lives Matter. They was doing all this stuff. They was walking down the streets protesting. And these young boys said, hey, it looks like we can't do no wrong. These super gremlins who was in the cut, now they bold with it. Because you said even their lives matter. And we need to reform the system that keeps locking the super gremlins up. You see, the 94 crime bill, although there have been some mistakes, within the last 30 years, there have been some mistakes when it comes to falsely prosecuting somebody. Or like for a non-violent offense, But they were targeting super gremlins. They really were. They really were. It wasn't just a broad sweeping thing where it was getting everybody. No. They literally made that bill to target super gremlins.
Don't just come out here watching these cameras when something bad happens. You need to have officers or off-duty patrol, somebody out here all the time.
Now, we did reach out to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office for the latest information in the Aubrey case, but they have not gotten back to us. At last check, they're still asking for anyone with information.
They have nothing, literally nothing on these dudes who did it.
To reach out to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office, and you can find that contact information on our website at WJBF.com. But for now, live here in Augusta, I'm Ashley Jones, WJBF News Channel 6.
We are following several breaking stories right now. A shooting investigation at a CVS pharmacy. It's happening on MLK Jr. Drive in Southwest Atlanta. And
MLK Jr. Drive. Boy, every MLK street in the country has caught bodies. MLK is catching bodies, posthumously. Or posthumously, however you say it. MLK is dropping bodies on every street that his name is attached to.
And Channel 2's Dave Huddleston is there live. Dave, this is a breaking situation, but what can you tell us so far?
Yeah, Linda, I was able to call some police sources before we got here to the scene, and it sounds like this shooting happened inside that CVS. I want to show you right here. You can see that officers are now starting to remove some of this yellow police tape that had surrounded this entire CVS. And again, Linda, I want to show you that shooting happened inside that CVS. What we understand from police is that there were two men standing in line when one man said, "Hey, can I use your phone?" to the other guy. He let him borrow his phone, and then that's when he noticed the man who had his phone was trying to download money from one of the money apps.
Wow. So this man asked, you can't even lend people your phone to make a call. He was trying to, this dude was trying to cash app himself on another man's phone. That's different.
That's when a scuffle happened, and the two got involved in that scuffle, and the gun went off and shot the victim. Now, we are still working to talk with police officers here to get more information about exactly the play of what happened here, how many people.
And these super gremlins, don't get it messed up. They are getting with it. They on the metaverse. They on NFTs. These super gremlins, they're getting digital. They're getting digital on your behind. They know how to work that live. They know how to get donations on Instagram Live, on Facebook Live for dissing they ops. These super gremlins, like, they might be bad at crime overall, but they're technologically savvy. So when you mix that street mentality with a technologically savvy dude and a few heists from Grand Theft Auto, you dealing with a super duper gremlin.
We're standing in line, and if anyone else was hurt in that scuffle, but right now we can tell you one person was shot. That person has been transported to the hospital, and then police continue to investigate out here.
5, we continue to follow breaking news. Police responding to a shooting in southwest Atlanta at a CVS drugstore. Our Alan Devlin there live. Alan?
Tracy, I'm standing right in front of that CVS here on MLK Jr. Drive. I want to give you a look right now. Officers removing crime tape, but the situation here unfolded a short while ago. APD tells us that two gentlemen were inside the CVS here, and they got into an argument. I want to give you a view from Chopper 46. This was shot moments ago that shows the scene from the air. When those two got into that argument, police say it was over a cell phone. The victim gave the suspect a cell phone, and the victim noticed the suspect was opening up a cash sharing app like Cash App or Venmo. That's when they got into that argument, and this victim actually pulled a weapon, and then somehow, some way, that weapon discharged, accidentally shooting.
Somehow, some way. What? What do you mean somehow, some way? This super gremlin shot him because he wouldn't let him Cash App himself. He was trying to do the nice thing and let a dude borrow his phone. That's why I don't even like anybody ask me for nothing. No, I'm sorry. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Because of stuff like this. Like, you can't let. And they might shoot you for saying no.
The victim. When the gun went off, the suspect then fled the scene, and we've been told by APD that that victim is currently in stable condition at this time. We bring it back down here to the ground. Of course, we can see again they are now removing that crime tape from the vehicles and from the CVS here. We're going to keep following this one and get an update on the condition of that victim and, of course, the whereabouts of that suspect. He remains on the run at this time. Right now, we're in Atlanta. Alan Devlin, CBS 46 News.
We are staying on top of breaking news this morning. A 1-year-old is in critical condition. Police say the baby was shot late last night in northwest Atlanta. Mara Siriani is live from Children's Hospital at Eggleston. So, Mara, what is the latest on the investigation and how is this baby doing?
Yeah, the details of this one are hard to hear. That child was rushed here to Children's, where at last check they underwent surgery and are still in critical condition. I want to walk you through what happened because police were called out to this home along Harwell Road around 11 o'clock last night for reports of a person shot. Once they got there, that is when they found that 1-year-old victim with a gunshot wound to the head. Now, investigators say that family members and some other individuals were inside of this home at the time.
Dog. These super gremlins shooting 1-year-olds now. It was bad enough with the 8-year-old girl in Augusta. Now they shooting 1-year-olds. 1-year-olds. This is the community for you. This is what they shame you for not coming. You don't come back to the hood. This is what they shame you for not coming back to.
Once they got there, that is when they found that 1-year-old victim with a gunshot wound to the head. Now, investigators say that family members and some other individuals were inside of this home at the time of the shooting. They did remain on scene for questioning, but police add that witness statements just aren't adding up. They also say that they are not going to leave that scene until they figure out exactly how all of this went down. So,
wow, so the witnesses ain't cooperating. They all lying. Typical. So they don't want justice for this 1-year-old. They don't want justice for this 1-year-old boy. You think the community wants justice for this 1-year-old boy? Maybe if he was shot by a police officer. But by another super gremlin? Oh, no, nah. That's off the limits. Oh, you know. What a lot of these dudes say, man, I don't want to see nobody go to jail. I'd rather see them on the street so I can get to them. Man, y'all ain't. Come on.
As far as we know right now, no one has been charged, but of course, stay with us throughout the morning as we continue to follow updates on this child's condition. But at last check, the baby is in critical. Cheryl.
All right, hoping that baby pulls through. Thank you, Mara.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car. I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.